So recently, a current author has asked me to talk a little bit more about self-actualization. Self-actualization comes from the hierarchy of needs written basically throughout history and psychological theory by Maslow. In essence, what we're talking about is self-actualization. The foundation towards growing to self-actualization is our physiological needs. Obviously, our eating, our sleeping, and our pooping. Then we move into safety needs in terms of what do we need to feel safe in this world. As we move into the concept of belonging and love needs, every human being deserves love, wants partnership, and openly needs sex. And that's what we're talking about. Esteem needs are something else in which we're trying to figure out how to be our best self, and we conceptualize what that can be, what that can bring, and how it impacts our philosophy of life, not at all, but our professions in life that provide for us the money and the economy in which we do our life. The final stage is self-actualization, in which our soul is completely satisfied, meaning we are satisfied with who we've become, what we're able to achieve, what we know we can do, how we do it, where we do it, when we do it, and who we do it with. And self-actualization does absolutely make a journey of the soul, because on the foundational level, everybody's the same. Everybody needs physiological needs met. Everybody needs to eat. Everybody needs to sleep. Everybody needs to poop. Everybody needs to defecate, right? And at the same time, we know that in safety, we all want to feel safe and sound in America. We don't want people able to walk up and abuse us, harm us, destroy us, and kill us. That is something truthful, and it's a part of course, biblical principle and principles from other works around the Lord and around the world that talk about what is and isn't correct in terms of our mortality rate. The reality of belongingness is important, that people want to belong to a group, a family, a village, a tribe, and it often is said that it takes a village for someone to thrive. But if you're not thriving to the level you're supposed to, if you're not getting the reactions and the return on investment of either your time or your dime in the things you're pursuing in your business and professional life in order to produce that life, then I have to tell you, you're off track or with the wrong people. Esteem needs is something we tend to deliver to ourselves, and in delivery to our own selves, we are caring for our soul. What is our soul? Is our soul a boy or a girl? Is our soul somewhere on the spectrum? Is our soul being satisfied by the work we perform? Is our soul in it? Is the soul's code, the thing that the Lord has gifted us to become, being given to us in any way? In other words, do we have opportunities in which to play in that aspect of our life? When it comes to self-actualization, it is the foundation of all of these areas that brings us to the point of self-actualization. What we know in the development of children is that self-actualization, where a child actually understands that they are a person, is around age 3. And around age 3, for men like me, we start to get and gather who we are, what we like, who we want to love, what is safe, what isn't safe, and how to handle our sleep, eat, and pooping. So in essence, everybody's like that. You learn by age 3 what you're interested in, usually. And if you don't, it's because you don't have opportunities to explore those areas of your life. We don't always learn that we're a teacher or a trainer at that age and stage, but we do learn whether we're a boy or a girl. We do learn whether we're male or female. We do grasp whether or not we're interested in men or women, and openly we kind of gather that by age 4 or 5. So self-actualization is who we are, but who we see in the mirror, now that is a part of esteem needs. And if you're off with a plastic surgeon doing things, you might not really be in God's house, because the Lord God made you cell by cell, brick by brick, if you will, brick and mortar. And you might be the most beautiful girl in the world to someone, but someone who you're with might tell you you're ugly and you need to do things to your face, to your body, and you don't. If you're conscientious about having too much of a heavy top, then you have the right for your own medical health, for your own back care, in other words, to avoid back aches and other things, to trim yourself down. However, it is appropriate for you to do that, to lose that body fat, to lose that weight, or to have it removed because it's just too much and it's too much of a hate for yourself. There are other people like me who didn't particularly like a face without hair on it. So I decided to grow my goatee, and I've worn a goatee for probably 20 to 30 years. But in the last year and a half or more, actually longer, I started, I think, in 2018 and maybe 2017 to begin to grow my beard. And while it took a year for the full length of my beard to be in its fullness, I can tell you that it took really 2 to 4 years for me to grow my priest beard. to the beauty and the greatness that it was, until someone decided to attack my life and start sexually assaulting me in the night. There's nothing I can do about it because of what has been done to me in a jail cell without my consent and without my permission. There's nothing I can do to stop them because people who are monsters are always monsters. And my physical safety should be safe inside of a tent or inside of a tarp that I've created to be a tent. But in today's world, it may not be, because there are liars of Satan who abuse people like me and challenge my self-actualization. But isn't that their purpose? Their purpose is to unfold something that's not lawfully theirs to unfold. Their purpose is to address something that isn't really theirs. It is perverse. And openly, the attack on someone's faith, which has been done to me, the attack on my priest beard, which is being done to me, is immoral and illegal in every way.